Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today I will be continuing to paint my Chaos Knight War Dog here. I don't think I'll be able to finish it, but I should get pretty close. The last couple of days that we've been working on this, I got most of the base colors done. I got all the gradients and hazard stripes done. So yeah, today I'll be continuing to work on the arms because I did not finish base coating the arms, and then I'll probably start working on the gold. Because all of the armor trim will be gold instead of this copper color. This is just the kind of the base color for it. It happens to match the copper color that we're using elsewhere on the model. Alright. So I'm gonna start with just the arms here. And we're gonna start with our favorite copper color here, if I can find it. Now I'm gonna keep most of the claw black because yeah, I think that's just what color I want the claw to be. But I will do the the blue-gray highlights on it to make sure it looks nice. It won't just be unpainted. Also gonna have to bring out some lead belcher. So I got a second coat of paint on these silver areas. And they had time to do one coat last time. But yeah, with this, with these colors that I'm choosing, we're incorporating all of the colors that we have on the model into this arm. So you know the base silver color that we're using for the chassis. The armor plate has a blue gradient. We have the gold trim, but then you know the base of the power claw will be black, which is our secondary like armor color that we're using. Okay. And same kind of thing here with the chainsaw. I'm gonna come in, do all the panel lining. And the gold. Shoot. Now I also need to paint the arm bit this silver metallic color, but I'm gonna need to let the rest of it dry before I start painting that. So I'm gonna go back to the claw here. The claw actually looking pretty good. I think mostly I'm just gonna touch up the black. And put a second coat on the gold. All right. Now we can't leave this metallic nice and shiny while the rest of our knight is grimy. So we're gonna first apply a dry brush highlight, and then we're gonna go in and apply a Agrex Earthshade wash to give it that grime layer. Mute down all the metallics. Right. Now our Earthshade wash. I'm probably gonna have to do this in multiple steps here. Considering how much of these arms is actually the silver metallic, but that's okay. Yo, what up, Wolf? How's it going? Going pretty good. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm having a great day. I have tomorrow off work, and so I'm just like enjoying my day, and I'll enjoy tomorrow as another day off. You know how it's like, you know, when it's like Sunday and you got to work the next day, and you're like, oh man, it kind of makes the Sunday a little bit worse. Well, this is the best kind of Sunday, where it's a Sunday, but I don't have to work tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm having a great day. Oh, man, I messed up so bad on this. Hopefully we can lift some of these metallic pigments here. Yeah, I feel that. I can enjoy today. Yep. And yesterday I got to play some Kill Team with my friend. So that's really nice. I can't enjoy today knowing the doom and gloom that awaits me tomorrow. Send help. Oh no. That's tragic. Who's your employer? I'm with you in spirit. I gotta call them up. Give Sleepy a day off. You know, it's kind of weird. This, I didn't think I did anything that differently with the metallic on these arms, but it looks very different from the metallic of the rest of the body. So I think I messed something up. I mean, I know that I did it a little bit differently, because on the body, you know, I started off with an airbrush layer from the top, you know, kind of like avoiding the downward facing recesses. Whereas, you know, using the same color paint, I just base coated the arms by hand, because I couldn't really airbrush it, because you know, I had already done all the work with the gradients and the hazard stripes on the hands and stuff. So, but it turned out so differently. I didn't think it would make that much of a difference. I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. We'll see. Maybe I can apply a coat of Nuln Oil and hopefully that'll fix it. I'll put all my faith in Nuln Oil once again, and its magical properties. But yeah, yesterday in Kill Team I played with the Eldari Corsairs again, and I won. So bringing my total Kill Team victories up to 2. So that's pretty lit. The Eldari Corsairs seem very strong. Just like the sheer amount of damage output they can do is crazy. Of course, I haven't played against many like elite kill teams. You know, the kill teams that have higher defensive stats that are a bit more tanky. So I don't know how the Corsairs will fare against those kinds of kill teams, but yeah, they've been doing me good so far, so that was super exciting. I also got to play a different mission than I've played before. Most of the time I've played like Loot, which is a mission where you like you go on to the mission. You know, you go onto the objectives and you loot the objective to get victory points. This one was where you had to, you know, go onto the objective, do an action to like upload intel to that objective, and then you had to hold that objective until the end of the game before you got any like victory points, which was very fun actually. I didn't think the overall missions would make that much of a difference in the gameplay, but it did. It made the game very different, and I enjoyed that a lot actually. I really like how different the game felt with the different missions, which is good. It means that the game has nice playability. Oh, also yesterday, while I was at the game store, I chatted with the employee about the painting competition, and I got confirmation that I can participate, and so I will be painting up a war dog, not this one, a different one, for that painting competition, which is super exciting. I think it's going to be a great time. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let this dry and then I'm gonna apply some Nuln Oil on top. Alright. And hopefully that'll right the wrongs that I've committed. Alright, let's see. What else am I going to do today? I think I'll focus on the gold a little bit more. I think I decided I wanted to paint these copper. So yeah, now I'm gonna pull out Retributor armor, and this will go over everything, all of the bronze that I want to be gold. We'll get some work with the Retributor armor, and this will turn it from the current copper color into more of a gold color. And because this guy is, you know, kind of acting like a test model for my painting competition piece, I'm trying to get a little more fancy with my metallics. All right. Now we can actually differentiate the copper and gold metallics. think I'm gonna do one more highlight on the gold, and then I'm gonna hit both the copper and the gold with a Reichland Flesh Shade wash. Let's see, this is about 50-50 Retributor armor and Auric gold. Can we even tell that this gold has been applied? Not really. Seems like the Retributor armor is a much stronger color. So I'll add a little bit more Auric gold here. There we go. Oh, you didn't miss much. Just a little bit of, just mostly been highlighting the gold here, which is a fairly long process. But everything started out as this copper color, and now I'm just, you know, highlighting up the parts that I want to be gold so that they actually stand out as gold. And then after this, I'm going to go through and hit both the copper and gold with a flesh shade wash to kind of tone down the brightness and and add some more depth. Have I ever played Darktide? I have not. I've heard a lot of good things about it though. It seems like a very fun game. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I now have a growing list of games that I need to to look into. Not that that's a bad thing. I don't have the Xbox Game Pass, sadly. It's a blast, especially with some friends. Ooh, I'll have to coerce my friends into buying the game too. It's my favorite pastime. Yeah. Convincing friends to buy things. Easy. Alright, I think I need to find... So I'm running out of actually Reichland Flesh Shade because I spilled the pot. Although I went ahead and bought a new one because I knew I was running out. Alright. Make sure we put the new one in the holder so that we don't spill anything. Try and transfer the rest of it. Alright. And this will really give us some nice color and depth to our gold metallics. Which will look nice. And it will also help our blends. Your sister got you 2 boxes of Sisters of Silence? That's awesome. Actually, I really like the Sisters of Silence. I think they look like really cool. I mean, we've already established that I vastly enjoy models that carry enormous swords. So like Sisters of Silence, chef's kiss, beautiful. So instead of me having to buy them, I can buy a Kalos Lord with jump pack. Yeah. Nice. Early Christmas? Nice. Well, that's fun. I plan on having a big blob of 10 Sisters of Silence with the swords. Nice. Perfect. Oh, man. You're trying to get her into the hobby too? Bring more people into the hobby. I take it she's not convinced though. I got her playing Space Marine 2 and been telling her about the lore. Nice. Sounds like she's well on her way to joining the hobby. She's open to it but not sure about it. Yeah, I mean it's a big investment, so like, and you know, in terms of both time and money, so it's like I get it. Hopefully you can convince her. Since she lives close to a Games Workshop store, I'm trying to get her to get the free mini and coins. Yeah. You activate your trap card. I'm gonna be like, oh, I wonder if they have any Sisters of Battle. Yes. That's too funny. I actually, yeah, since I was in a Games Workshop store yesterday, I got the mini of the month. It's a Hearthkin Jaeger from the Leagues of Votan. Pretty cool model. I might have to buy a box of the Hearthkin Jaegers to play Kill Team with. I like the dwarfs with the big trench coats. I think that's funny. Yeah, the Sisters of Battle are really cool. Like, I think they have like a very cool and unique aesthetic to a lot of their models. Like the like they have a tank that just is like a whole cathedral on top of on wheels, and you're like, yeah, give me one of those for sure. And they have like the Paragon war suits. Like, sheesh. I need to make a model of 3 dwarves and 3 goblins in a trench coat. That'd be funny. Especially if you're like if you're making like Imperial Guard and your commissar is just like 3 grots in a trench coat, I think that'd be really funny. I'm gonna learn a bunch of Sisters lore and tell her that she'll be sold 1000%. Let's go. Easy. let's check out this guy here. I think I'm just going to do a little extra shading in some areas to get a little extra depth. Hey, Odd. I'm just gonna stick with Odd. Nice paint job there. Thank you. I appreciate it. How's your day going, Odd? Are you doing good? You got anything you're painting on up today? Or just recently? All right, and like I said before, for somehow the arms turned out very differently from the rest of the body, so I'm gonna have to come in and darken them up somehow. I think I'm gonna try with Nuln Oil first and hope that just a coating of Nuln Oil darkens it enough. But we'll see. We'll see if I have to continue to do more work to this to bring it to the same level as the rest of the body. This is what I get for not doing the exact same process. Put that to the side. Slap some Nuln Oil on this guy here. I don't care so much if like the claws or the, you know, like the front, or you know, like the teeth of the chainsword. I don't care if those match, but the upper arm not matching the bottom arm is not good. So hopefully this fixes it. While we wait for that to dry, I realize I forgot to do the chains and stuff. And I'll do the heat stain effect on the exhaust pipes while I'm waiting. And I think I want to darken these hazard stripes a little bit, because I think the yellow is a little bit too bright. I want it to be more of like a deeper orange yellow. You're preparing to paint some Infinity? Nice. Yeah, those models look really nice. I looked into them for a second, and then I got confused, and so I stopped. But I think I'd like to paint some at some point. I think those models are really cool. Especially like the samurai mechs, like those guys look crazy. So generally the first step to painting like exhaust pipes is to come in and darken all the holes. Of course, if you're a little bit more careful in the base layering step and you just don't you just leave like the inside of the holes black, you can avoid this step. But apparently when I was base coating the exhaust pipes, I didn't have more than 2 ounces of effort to give. Yeah, the big mechs are really cool. Yeah, I mean, as you can see from what I'm currently painting, I'm a big fan of the big mechs, so. All right. Oh, this is not looking good. Null oil can't save me this time, I don't think. I'll have to do some more drastic measures to fix the arms. In the meantime, though, we're gonna pretend like everything's okay and just keep going. Let's see here. Where's my skeleton horde? Oh, here it is. Purple. Love the blue fade, simple and super eye-catchy. Thank you. Yeah, it's yeah, everyone has the the different ways of making the large flat panels on these knights like look interesting. And I think just a simple gradient like just looks really nice. A lot of people like to do like a lot of freehand, a lot of patterns and such. And I think generally the just a nice gradient just looks super nice and clean. So. I think I definitely want to do a knight that has like a bunch of freehand and stuff on it, but I don't think I want to do that for all of my knights. I think it's too much sometimes. Yeah, now I can do the super quick and easy effect for the exhaust pipes here. We're just slapping contrast paint on the model, blending as we go. Getting a nice, interesting gradient. And I'll probably have to do 2 layers to get, you know, the nice solid effect that I want. But that is the ideal number of layers, so I need to pick up a few contrast paints. Never used them, but they seem to be everyone's secret weapon nowadays. Yeah, they're just they're really nice for like a lot of different things. Mostly though, they're just really good for glazing. And glazing is like the secret to getting your models to like look really next level nice. So yeah, and the big thing is that you want to pick up contrast medium along with the contrast paints. I usually mix up inks and mediums for contrast-like results, but they work more like a wash than actual contrast paint. Yeah, yeah. Contrast medium is like the important bit, and also like I think Army Painter Quick Shade, I think is the same thing. But yeah, having the medium to mix with the contrast paints is a very important step. And then yeah, you just slap it on, and it just filters the color a little bit and makes everything, it makes all your blends look a little bit smoother. So yeah, I have to say that Games Workshop did a really good job with their their contrast paint line. Like, these are some high quality paints. What are the proportions for adding it to contrast paints? Sadly, it's not the same. And that for every paint, and that's actually one of my biggest complaints with Games Workshop with these contrast paints, is that it's not always the same ratio of contrast medium to contrast paint, and I don't have a good way to like tell you which ones are which. You just kind of have to try them out and see. So like for example, I'm using Skeleton Horde. I'll switch these orders. Skeleton Horde, then Leviathan Purple, then Azurman Blue. And Skeleton Horde, I don't add actually any contrast medium, because like as you can see, like on my palette, it's already a very transparent color. So like there's not a whole lot of like, diluting it more will just make you have to apply more layers. It doesn't so much help. Isn't contrast medium just an acrylic medium with a flow improver? I'm not sure, actually. I haven't looked too much into exactly what it is. I just know that it's magical and I love it. But yeah, Skeleton Horde, I don't add any. I think it's a good, like it's a good consistency and color, like right out the bottle. But like Leviathan Purple is super dark, and if you just apply straight Leviathan Purple, like it'll be dark purple, right? Like you can see just like how dark it is out of the bottle. So I do like 75% contrast medium, 25% Leviathan Purple, for like just to make it the same level of transparency as the Skeleton Horde. And then Azurman Blue is like 50-50. But usually adding adding a little bit of contrast medium, I generally recommend doing, because it just generally helps the paint flow better, and it increases the drying time, so you have more time to work with the paint before it sets and you can't touch it anymore. So those are kind of the main properties that contrast medium provides. As Odd pointed out, it's probably, it has some flow improver in it. It helps the paint flow very nicely. So flow improving and increased drying time. And then I think it also, I don't know. Those are the main properties that I think make it really nice. And then also, like, the consistency of the pigment distribution. Like, when you apply the paint, the pigments won't move around in the liquid, right? Like, they will stay where they are and apply a nice even distribution of color. Whereas, like, if you apply too much water to paint to, like, water it down, sometimes your pigments can flow and you get like that coffee stain effect, instead of like a nice even distribution of color. So yeah, you can add as much contrast medium as you want. Like I said, I was doing like 75% contrast medium to 25% Leviathan purple, and it will always have the same even distribution of pigment. No matter how much contrast medium I add in. So I kind of rambled for a little bit, but I hope that helps. Water on really transparent / thin paint is a staining nightmare. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be kind of careful with diluting with water. Sometimes it can give you some like really bad effects, which is tragic. All right, yeah. So there we go. Now we have our nice like heat stain effect on our exhaust pipes. Where we get that nice color gradient. That makes our exhaust pipes just like a little bit more interesting than they would be otherwise. And after, once this is fully dry, I'll come back in and like re-highlight some things with like a bright silver, to to bring back the fact that it is a metal pipe, and so it'll bring back some of the metallic properties that were lost from the contrast paint glazes that I applied. But this is about it for the for the exhaust pipes. And it looks like I'm at the end of my stream here. Sadly, I was not able to fix the the arm situation. I'll have to do a bit more to the arms. Maybe actually I'll apply a black, thin down black contrast paint. That'll actually change the color of the metallic bits instead of, just shading the recesses. I rarely use over thin paint if I glaze, unless it's insanely small areas. I go over with an airbrush. Yeah. Airbrushes are nice for glazing. A lot of times I just don't want to deal with masking and overspray, and so I just do it with a brush. Oh wow, all magnetized? Yeah. I like to magnetize my knights. Well, the arms, one, because the main difference between all the different knights is just their weapon options. So if you magnetize the arms, you can have all the different kinds of knights without really having to paint a whole new model. And then I magnetize at the waist for like transportation purposes. It's easier to transport in the two smaller pieces. But yeah, those are the two main places that you need to magnetize for knights, both big and small. The big ones are the exact same, where it's like you just magnetize the arms at the joint, and then you magnetize the waist, so that you can break it down into smaller pieces for transport. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out today. I appreciate it. And if you want to follow along, you can drop a follow or a subscription if you're on YouTube. Next time I'll be streaming is next Thursday, and Thursdays I have a 7 to 9 p.m. Central time slot. And I think next week I'm streaming all 4 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I magnetized the fuck out of my dreadnought. Yeah. Dreadnoughts are the same way. I think mostly, yeah, you just magnetize the arms on a dreadnought, and then you can have all the different options. I think, yeah, it's just all the mechs. All the Games Workshop mechs. You just standard magnetize the arms. and then you get all the options.